Hey everyone, welcome to Dogecast. I am Vin. It is June 8th. Let's talk about Dogecoin. Just wanted to point out a new prop here on the set right there. Some of you might have noticed on the live cast last night that I finally put Doge where he belongs, right on the moon. I've had this here for about a year, and now I finally got the right decal up there. By the way, the live cast was awesome last night, and if you were able to join us for the live cast, it probably helped you tremendously for the volatility that happened today, because we did talk about it, and there's more to talk about with the volatility. My goal is to make sure that you are all prepared for the scenarios that can occur. And I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to let you know what's still ahead of us and what we went through today. So let's go to the chart. All right, so here we are for the chart for Dogecoin for today. At this point, it is 3:53 p.m. on June 8th, and Dogecoin is actually almost up a full percentage. But you can see this massive dip here. It was down almost 10% today. It actually dipped just below 30 cents. It hit 29 cents in some change, and then it skyrocketed up. By the way, the amount of volume right here. So look at these green bars down here. The amount of volume we saw, we have not seen volume like this in Doge in a while, okay? People were buying like crazy at this point. So when it hit 29 and then went to 30, I mean, it really shot up quite a bit. So this is nice. We like this volume. And even though Doge is volatile, and by the way, it was the most volatile of the crypto assets, the three major ones, which I'm going to say are Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum. I know that those are not all necessarily considered the top by market cap, but that's what I'm going to call the top three at this point, because they are grouped together usually when you see headlines. I'm going to show you that in a second. But Dogecoin was the most volatile of the three. However, it did come back up more quickly than the three too. So it actually fell the quickest, but it returned back up the quickest, which is exactly what you should expect from Dogecoin. It has that sort of a community that will get behind it very fast as things are falling off. But things could fall off quickly because you have a lot more paper hands involved in the community. It's not as matured as Bitcoin and Ethereum were. Now, if you were with me on the live stream last night, I told you what was going on here. The issue was with Bitcoin. So taking a look at Bitcoin, you can see there was a sell-off. So a lot of short sellers on Bitcoin right now. So people sort of betting against Bitcoin. In addition, there was some super bad news that came out from Bitcoin that wasn't really true. I'll show it to you right here. And you can see here, as reported by Decrypt, we have the title Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin all drop in nearly $200 billion market sell-off. And this market sell-off was because of speculation that actually wasn't true. The strongest bearish force, however, was speculation that the Department of Justice, DOJ, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, had hacked a Bitcoin wallet during their investigation of the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack. And this started the massive sell-off and the possible bear market that we might see. I'm going to talk about that more in a moment, because we might not be done. So stick with the video here in a second. I want to prepare you for what might occur in the future. But this wasn't even true. Actually, if we read on, some were quick to assume that the seizure of the address indicated that authorities had cracked the Bitcoin wallet in question. Instead, it appears more likely that authorities connected the address with a specific identity or US-based crypto service. By the way, you can connect identities with some, investigation. It really takes some investigation, but you can connect them with a specific identity. But they did not crack or hack into the wallet itself, and that led to the massive sell-offs that we've been seeing and possible bearish market. And this was Bitcoin today. It was down quite significantly. I mean, 9%, I think. And then it springboard back up to where it is right now. So now just switching over to my Robinhood chart account. I just like the way the chart shows up. It's just a little nicer. It doesn't have as much information on it. But so looking at Bitcoin right now, I mean, look at it, looking pretty strong right now. If we go to the live stream, the live is looking pretty good right now. And it seems like it's heading up in the right direction. It's definitely come back. It's up a 0.5% today from its massive fall off. And so the question is are we done with this? Because if we look at, I don't know, the 5-year here, it's come down significantly. If I look at the year, I mean, it's come down. Is it going to keep going down? Are we done? Did we finally get out of it? Is this the push back up? Now, I'm not sure what all YouTubers out there are saying to you, but I will tell you right now, what happened today is not necessarily what's going to get us out of this. You need more than what happened today, because it went way down and now it's come way back up. It is possible that this could come back down again and that you could fall into that bear market. If this happens, this is what you need to be prepared for. Bitcoin will fall through the 30,000 mark. It's a tough floor for Bitcoin to make it through. It's going to have a lot of strength there, and people aren't going to want it to fall through that floor. But if it falls through that floor and continues to tail down into what we would consider a real bear market for the crypto assets, it will and possibly could make it down to $15,000. If it does that, Dogecoin will follow. And Dogecoin will follow because Dogecoin is subject to Bitcoin. We want Bitcoin to do well because Bitcoin really dictates what the other cryptocurrencies, crypto assets do. If we keep seeing the sell-offs with the Bitcoin, then Dogecoin is going to go down as well. So we dropped down to 29 cents, and I told you, once Dogecoin goes under 30 cents, it has massive support. So if that happens again, if Dogecoin for some reason in the future goes back down again, it's going to get massive support at the 29 cent mark. And people are going to fight it off like crazy. People are going to buy in. And this is good because even though there's a sell-off, we have stronger and stronger buyers buying into Dogecoin right now. People who are going to be staying. So we don't want to see this volatility with Dogecoin, but because of the volatility, the people who are selling off, we're just not going to hold, they're gone. They're leaving. The people who are buying in right now are here to stay, at least for a much longer period of time than those people who are selling off. So we're consolidating stronger, but if it goes back down again, we will have a strong pushback at 30. But if Bitcoin continues to sell off, it is possible Dogecoin might start riding back through the 20 cent markers. My opinion to you, if it goes to 29 cents and you have a few extra spare change, put it in. If it goes to 24, put it in. I mean, if it goes below 20, Dogecoin the lowest it can hit is around 17 cents. It will follow Bitcoin there. Now, if Bitcoin hits that bearish market, it might stay at the $15,000, $17,000 mark for a year. It could stay there for a year or two. It's very possible. At some point, though, it's going to be a rocket ship. Okay, so I'm with Dogecoin long term. If that does happen, I am staying with it because I know where it's going to go and I know the support behind Dogecoin right now. The community support behind Dogecoin is absolutely sick right now. The people that are buying into this as it's dipping down, the volume is massive for this coin. And you saw it today. If you were watching it, all of a sudden, you might have gotten a little worried, but then all of a sudden, people just started pumping into this coin because they believe in it and the people are behind it. You're going to have that community behind you, even if this thing follows Bitcoin down, which unfortunately Bitcoin will cause that to happen. There's just no way to get away from the whale that is Bitcoin. Dogecoin is subject to it. It's just a smaller fish in that ocean. And if that whale moves a certain direction, that fish is going to be dragged along with it. But that fish, which is Dogecoin, has so much support behind it. It's just going to be amazing to watch it crawl itself out of things that you would think it's just impossible, but it's not. So if it does go down, if we do enter that bear market, I have buy points at 29 cents, 24 cents, and 19 cents, okay? If you can do it, if you can stomach that sort of volatility, that's what I'm going to tell you. And then if it goes down there, Dogecoin's going to ride at 17 to 22 cents for a year to 2 years if Bitcoin drags down to the $15,000 mark. This is me talking about a bear market. I need to tell you about this because this is a possibility. If you're prepared for the possibility, then you can prepare yourself for if it happens. We don't want this to happen, of course. This is not what I want to happen. I want these crypto asset markets to springboard out of this and back into a bullish style where they just start to ride back up and basically everyone's like, hey, what was all the hubbub about? Everything's fine. There's no real bad news out about Bitcoin or Dogecoin. That DOJ cracking of the wallet, that wasn't true. None of this stuff is true. Dogecoin's got some great news behind it. Ethereum's doing fine. We've got good stuff happening. There's countries that are now starting to accept and move towards accepting these cryptocurrencies as tradable assets in their country. And so everything's looking good. Well, let's move back to where we need to be going. That's what we want. And that's what we hope for. But even though that's what we hope for, we need to be ready for the other thing that could happen. And if the other thing does happen, you know what's going on and you know why it's happening. If you didn't know why it was happening, you might think, oh, everything's just crashing down to nothing. That's not what's going on. This is following its sort of natural, volatile crypto asset market. The bad times can be bad, but if you handle them correctly, you can reinvest correctly and set yourself up for success. The good times are amazing. All right. I told you, Dogecoin is like an infant crypto asset. It's volatile. It's going to be exciting. You're going to have an exciting time with this one. But you also want to be wise in how you reinvest in it and how you prepare for the future. So we're hoping for Bitcoin to continue to move itself out of this. Here's Bitcoin right now, right? So, great job coming out of it. But what we don't want to see is we don't want to see it just fall right back down out of this, because that will pull everyone else with it. And here was Ethereum for the day, right? So Ethereum's doing the same thing, right? Ethereum was down 7%, and now it's up 2.5%. Bitcoin was down 5%, and now it's up 3%. Dogecoin down, it was actually down almost 10% at one point. This is not even showing you how far it went. And now it's up 3%. So it fell the furthest, but it climbed back up the furthest as well. So again, expect that from Dogecoin. By the way, here's some more good news. You may have seen this. The San Jose Sharks become the first NHL team to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Once again, the three all together. You know what I mean? I bet you there's some other crypto assets there that are kind of pissed off a little bit that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin are always put together. No, I don't want that. And not maybe their crypto asset. But Dogecoin has become the third, which is a good thing. So you can buy now NBA tickets with Dogecoin. You can buy MLB tickets with Dogecoin, and you can buy now hockey tickets with Dogecoin, which is a really cool thing. A lot of people with Robinhood, just so you know, if you have a Robinhood account, Robinhood is now working on a crypto wallet. So this is a feature that Robinhood has not had yet. And this is one of the reasons why many people use Coinbase, because they want a secure wallet for their crypto assets. So once Robinhood sets up this wallet, you will be able to transfer your Dogecoin that you have invested in into the secure wallet and actually be able to use it for purchases if you would like. So this is something really important coming to Robinhood very soon. So you guys all know the setup for the future. You know what to expect if Bitcoin continues the sell-off and the pull down. You know what the Dogecoin community is like. It's a very strong community behind it. We're hoping for the best. We're hoping that we climb our way back out of this and we move into a bullish market, because that's where we should be right now based off of all the news around us. Hopefully this has been helpful. I thank you guys for coming along with me. If you haven't left a like, go ahead and leave a like in the area below somewhere, and subscribe if you haven't already as well. As always, I will catch you next time.